Kurumjari, very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV, and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. MLA Yumnam Khemchan visits Litan Relief Camp in Kamjong district. Here's grievances of internally displaced Kukizo people. DC Imphal East hands over November ration money to Sajiwa Relief Camp residents after allowance raised to 100 rupees daily. Kokomi convener Kuraija Mathauba stresses need for comprehensive government policy to fully rehabilitate newly resettled displaced families. Additional Chief Secretary, Transport Anurag Bajpai asserts efforts being made to restore state transport bus service in order to enhance connectivity within the state. Education as Director NG Bogendra highlights lack of effective communication between school teachers and parents leads to numerous mistakes in students. And all Jiribam United Clubs Association Ajuka and Jiri Development Organization JDO urges Governor J. Kumar Bhalla to expedite PMGSY Phase 3rd work in Jiribam district. And now the top stories. In a major development that could pave the way towards peace and normalcy after nearly 3 years of conflict in Manipur, former Minister and MLA Yumnam Khemchan interacted with Kukizo displaced persons in Ukhrul district's Litan today. This is the first intense instance since the outbreak of violence in May 2023, where an MLA belonging to Meitei community had close interaction with Kukizo people. MLA Khemchan visited relief camps set up at Saraikong in Litan and inquired on the problem faced by 505 internally displaced persons who are currently taking shelter at the relief camp. Speaking on the sideline, MLA Yumnam Khemchan asserted that the conflict has brought only pain and suffering to all communities and it has hindered development in the state. The conflict has caused immense setback for the present and the future generations, and it is important to begin dialogue and to show solidarity so that equal development can be brought back in both hills and valley. On the other hand, IDPs have also expressed their wishes to return to their original homes. Fungyar's BJP candidate, Hopinson Simre, former caretaker chairman of ADC Ukhrul, Mark Luithing, and other BJP leaders from Fungyar also took part in the visit.
Conflict is Pithivigi, the Gayamada Dumtui. Adu, I coach the Sutuiba conflict, Madam Americana, I coach Chanavayadava, Navayadava, Adu the development process, I am the software. So, why should we think for this young generation? Nashi, I coin a Swivena, a future Angang Wagadovi. I don't know, Halwiva, Premium like Punagan, Tamiraganda, what Hill and Valley, and you Punagan, Tamiraganda, equal development over state of seminar C, I beg at the function.
IDP oina ama oibagi hiding bagi puji se khoi sida le rat pasi chahi ho phajil e ado ne khoi wana le jare the government sina khoi hana le pham sida 100 bi number haina appeal to jari.
Somewhere we have to start the beginning. There has to be a beginning. Haina tawraga khoi se orakuni aduna masi suman ta se khoi ke su nate nusi chanan le ramba matama no kamaina hansin sera haibagi part amagoina phongthang lawni masi da kanna khoi gi honorable minister weramba Yumnam Khemchan sina suman phongthang lawsi Manipur apun bagi peace kramain la kan sera khanbagi wakhanna la yam harause khoi gi angam bhai mateng palada Manipur normal life adu restore thong ba habi
Imphal East District Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Laren Lakpam today handed over total monthly ration money allowance of November for internally displaced persons of Sajiwa Relief Camp that was earlier returned to Saungbung SDO office after district administration agreed to hike the daily allowance to 100 rupees per person from earlier 84 rupees daily. Speaking on the sideline at DC complex in Porampad, Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Laninlakpam informed that agreement has been reached between internally displaced persons and district administration, and daily allowance of 100 rupees per person for December have been disbursed to beneficiaries through direct benefit transfer. She also clarified on government's plan to resettle IDPs in phased manner. Meanwhile, an IDP from ECO said the 16 rupees hike in daily allowance was fixed after IDPs agreed to bear other expenses for maintenance of relief camp.
अखोगी टारगेट सी विदिन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट मनुंग द लेबा IDP सी आया मफम द हंजल हनबा युम द हंजन बसिनी अखोइना मखल अहुम थोए सिदैसे युम सी पार्शियली डैमेज हाइबा मगा fully damaged fully burned हाइबा मगा कैटेगरी अनि थोए अदुना अखोइना fully damage सिंगसी अखोइना हानाना परमानेंट हाउसिंग स्कीम द कवर तौरमे होजिकना मु PMAY गे स्पेशल पैकेज अमा पिरक्तना गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ना पिरक्पदगी अखोइना से युम साबसी लोइनामक सिदा कवर तौजरी इम्फाल इसकी ओइना 402 युम से PMAY स्पेशल पैकेज दा कवर तौजै खोइना रजिस्टर तौजै अदुगी मनुंग दा चंगबा याबा जगह खंदोकसरगा 83 नंबर ऑफ family house से खोइना हाना प्रायोरिटाइज तौरी सिगे रजिस्टर तौबो हौरे खोइना FTO जनरेट तौरकांदा पैसा रिलीज तौरनी मोय मगे अकाउंट DBT ओइना खोइना कापजगनी अदुगा देगी युम साबा हौरनी अदुगा इम्फाल इसकी ओइना हुजिबौत just recently by November last month दा 46 plus another 8 अमा अखोइना लाइखोंग हाइबा अंड्रो केंद्रगी कैराउबिटर सब डिवीजन गी से चंगबा हौग्रे then another 31 families अखोइना कक्चिंगी IDP ओइबा सेरो सुगनु गिदगी खोगी केम्ता लेजबा 31 families से DC कक्चिंग ना मोगी युमसु रेडी ओइरे हलन बिरो ओ हाइरे अदोदी याम long 2-3 months back ता हाइरा अबनी अदोबो अखोइना अंगांगी छात्रगी हेक्ता यादबनीना सेशन लोइबा ngairaga December end से एग्जाम की अंगांगी लोइरा कांदा मसी अखोइ चटनाबा थौरांग तौरी 31 families from कक्चिंग district सिमगा खोइ रेडी ओइरे
Ngasi DC office like ibigi maruba maramdi mamangda thakarna piba ration money rupees 84 per head per day pibisa sigi amount sigi mamangda hana pyramid rupees 80 per head per day for daily management piraga ration ching sina 400 gram per day per person piramane adugi matungda 80 to mathakta 4 hapsa laga ching su kaisu hole manage to haibu du pamari gi ching je koi karai da leiga da ke madugi jaga se takpi haraga mogi paisa se koina manage to gum moi haraga November gi date 5 to refund to gi bani adugi matungda koina to ki demand gi matungda gi de project rupees 84 or madu rupees 100 to on top piraga on top pirak padagi koina handu ki rupees 84 do yasin yana raje haraga 84 du yana nabagi longna nabagi lakpani
Kokomi convener Khuraju Mathoba has stressed the urgent need for district authorities to formulate comprehensive policy in consultation with the government to fully rehabilitate newly resettled displaced persons. Speaking during his visit to Lemaram Waraiching, where resettled families are staying, Athoba noted that many houses were in dire condition, with 7 to 8 homes almost destroyed. He highlighted that government funds currently allocated for restoration will be insufficient and urged Bishnupur District Rehabilitation and Resettlement Committee to reassess the situation. Athoba recommended new estimation for reconstructing the affected houses and conducting thorough surveys. He also emphasized that newly resettled families lack economic resources and therefore district authorities should collaborate with the government to devise a new policy. He proposed including displaced persons and, if needed, civil society representatives in the committee to ensure that their issues are adequately addressed, stating that such measures are essential for successful rehabilitation and resettlement.
Yumsing Jananabagi, Koidum initiative, Bishnupur, the Sigi Makada, local Kiba, Toramado, Pivum Soba, Chahi and Makai, Chahi Homes and Jalaba, Yumsing Namatam Sang and Nong Chai, Rubagi. I am a Yumsing Hanasu, Pakayum, Chekium, with the Vanina, Madugi, Pivum Sopamayamasi, Chamjan Sajan of one of the Changadori Senpamasi, Hozik, Lemnari Basenpamaduna, Chamjan with the Sumo, with Horodaba, and a high of Mumsing a Resettlement and Rehabilitation Committee, a very responsible, a convener, Chairman Singna, Mafumsing a individual and assessment. adjustment tawda be yaroi punamaki oina akhoi lupa lising asu pirani haina hairaga admaina temthoga tawba yabagi phiyum da leite yumgi khongul pura mangraba pura pakhagraba jaga myam yauri hairiba sing adu nauna yum ama sabuda changda doriba medugi charapa minimum estimate ama di hot be yaroi madu hona nabagi survey tawbusi am tangai phadena khali aduna Bishnupur district ki leiriba resettlement ki committee na madugi survey du athubuda tawnana bo hona biyo.
Additional Chief Secretary Transport Anurag Bajpai has claimed that efforts are being made to restore state transport bus service in order to enhance connectivity within the state. Additional Chief Secretary Transport Anurag Bajpai was speaking while addressing the inaugural function of a 3-day-long refresher course for drivers and conductors of Manipur State Transport at Institute of Driver Training and Research Centre, IDTRC Manipur in Imphal East District's Top Dasera today. Director of Transport Department Kumantham Dayana, Deputy Director Samson Huidrom along with other eminent persons also attended the opening day program. Speaking further, Additional Chief Secretary Transport Anurag Bajpai informed that the government is committed to ensuring smooth and affordable connectivity through Manipur State Transport buses, and the refresher course for drivers and conductors is conducted to provide safety to passengers and public.
The deep commitment of the government to strengthen the foundations of public transport in our state. And that is why it gives high priority to the mobility, safety and daily life of our common people. Because surface transport, that is the bus, is one of the cheapest mode of transportation and it is being used by the common people who don't have cars, who don't have motorcycles, who don't have other means. So the government is committed for the cause of the common people, and as you all may be aware that for last 7-8 years the buses are not plying in the state to various routes, and the government is now almost ready to start various routes for the common people. We are working on it, and before that perhaps drivers and conductors who have not been driving or running the buses for a longer duration, a kind of a refresher course was essential because the time has changed, technology has changed, people perception have changed, many things have changed over a period of time. So I think this refresher course was essential.
Education as a Director N.G. Bhogendra highlighted that lack of effective communication between school teachers and parents is leading to numerous mistakes in students. He stressed the need to maintain a cordial relationship between teachers and parents and frequently discussed strategies for shaping students' development. He was speaking as a chief guest at the award presentation ceremony for government school students excelling in high school living certificate examination and higher secondary examination for the year 2025 at the multi-purpose hall of SCRT Lamphal. The event, organized by Department of Education S, was also attended by Additional Director of Directorate of Education S Hills, Dangmei Manglem, and Additional Director of Directorate of Education S Valley, Visheshwar Kukcham. Speaking further, Director Bhogendra announced the plan to hold interaction programs for government school teachers and parents during the winter vacation. He also emphasized the shortage of teachers in government schools and expressed belief that the issue will be minimized to a great extent once the process of government teachers regulation is completed. During the function, first, second and third position holders were presented cash awards of 5 lakh, 4 lakh and 3 lakh rupees respectively, while the lesser position holders were given cash awards of 1 lakh rupees. Students securing significant ranks in district level were also given 50,000 rupees and 25,000 rupees.
ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯅꯁꯨ ꯒꯥꯏꯗ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯟꯠꯇ ꯄꯦꯔꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨꯀꯣ ꯃꯥꯏꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯐꯅꯤ ꯈꯣꯠꯅꯤꯅ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯛꯁꯟꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯄꯦꯔꯦꯟꯁ ꯇꯤꯆꯔꯁ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ PTM ꯂꯤꯗꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯁꯦꯁꯔ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯝꯕ ꯏꯟꯁꯦꯟꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯦꯋꯥꯔꯗꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯁ 10ꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯡ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯟꯇꯤꯅ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯇꯥꯖꯕꯗ ꯀꯨꯝꯁꯤ ꯆꯍꯤꯁꯨ 12ꯀꯤꯁꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯡ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝ ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏ 12ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯒꯗꯤ CBSE howrabni si hawragadi hairiba incentive awards grading system da koi kamai pi doino scheme should be effective aidi akoina target tawriba satra do
ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯗꯨꯗ ꯀꯌꯥꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ effective ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯦꯠꯇꯨ ꯐꯪꯅꯅꯕ suggestions I invite suggestions for the new ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯊꯪꯗ grading system ꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯝꯁꯤ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯣꯛꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ suggestions ꯑꯩ invite ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤ.
All Jiribam United Clubs Association Ajuka and Jiri Development Organization JDO have urged Manipur Governor Jikumar Bhalla to ensure efficient implementation of PMGSY 3 projects in Jiribam district. In a letter to Governor Jikumar Bhalla, the two organizations from Jiribam informed that no significant progress has been made in the execution of PMGSY Phase 3 projects, despite they were sanctioned to be taken up by Rural Engineering Department, Manipur, under Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India in March 2024. While informing about the yet-to-be-implemented road construction project worth 22 crore rupees, Ajuka and JDO asserted that the sanctioned project face risks of termination if not implemented in time, and this will be a huge loss for public. The organizations have also urged Governor to ensure that the court cases regarding tender process are resolved immediately, and also to make sure the guidelines issued by National Rural Infrastructure Development Agency are adhered diligently for transparent tender process. Rajya Sabha MP Sanajauba Lesemba today drew the attention of Parliament towards preservation of Manipur's Vishnu temple located at Bishnupur district. While raising the matter on a proper care, awareness and preservation of the Vishnu temple, MP Sanajauba asserted that the temple is one of the oldest known brick temple in Manipur, and it was dedicated to Lord Vishnu and was built during the reign of King Kiyamba between 1467 and 1508 AD, after receiving a Vishnu emblem from neighboring Shan kingdom of Upper Burma. While terming that it is the only protected monument in Manipur under Archaeological Survey of India, MP Sanajauba described the structure as influenced by both Burmese and Chala architectural style. He further urged the centre and ASI to give more focus in restoring an ancient temple and also to promote tourism through this structure in the state.
The silent structural feature of the temple is that it is covered by a corbel roof. The architectural style of this temple shows the influence of both Burmese and the Chala architectural style. ASI can give more focus on this rare piece of historical monument in order to promote the site and attract tourism from all over the world. The monument requires proper maintenance by providing permanent caretakers, chowkidars and gardeners, etc. The temple is the testimony of the advent of Hinduism in Manipur and its relationship with neighboring countries. So I urge upon the government that the true nature of the character of this temple could only be showcased by proper awareness, care and preservation of the monument and adding other related aesthetic values.
The relay set in protest of IDPs and people of Manipur, organized by internally displaced persons and endorsed by COCOMI, has entered the 8th day with only 23 days left to complete a month. Spokespersons of Utlau Relief Camp, R.K. Babita, Meetei Lipun President Haishnam Sinlen, All Manipur Students Guardian Association General Secretary Sumati Saugrakpam, Apunba Kaithel Sinai Lok Manipur, Sobabati Kamnam, social activists Sapam Kanglipal, consultatives of COCOMI, Yumnam Tilip Kumar and Yumnam Surju Kumar Kuman spoke in length about the prevailing situation in the state. Former Sagolban MLA Dr. K. Logan has asserted that resettlement of internally displaced persons can be carried out within this December if leaders come together to make sincere efforts. The former MLA was speaking on the sideline of Infraction program for youths of Sagolban, which was organized on the theme Your Rights, Know Your Future, Save Manipur at Kwakaithel Soibamleka yesterday. Speaking further in a program which was organized by Youth Net Sagolban, Dr. Lokan accused the leaders in the state of being mere spectators to the hardships faced by IDPs. He also criticized state administration on the president's rule for using tear gas shells and brute forces against IDPs who were demanding for return to their original homes. While stressing on the huge impact on Manipur by the current crisis, Dr. Lokan emphasized on the importance of working towards peace and resurgence.
Aigi jati bu mine lepakwa aigi lamgi paksa wo mine lepakwa mine hayakwa epasida tawriba mong singase aikoi lamdagi ain kaina sangba mi singduna sidai jamakogi rai makogi lamni makogi kisi over kogi history over tendok na ba honarakwa pai daka ni compromise over pamde sai daka di mating leina karigi magi ideology principle pai magi political party ka loi thadong limit kaya ni sangga de ke sai da marin leina mating leina ai aduni adani congress ni BJP ni aduni adani loi thadong na kanda liba ki damukta ikoi hengna se limit kaya ni sangga de adugi thongna di leitraga aduga karigi IDP singsina ngasi wari basing ase ngasi nungai tri basing ase masi smane sum yengna kaya kui thadok lege doino tanglu lejawa manipur ma ki damukta koi ngang da kana ro koi unnat ngami na bachang ya ba.
Manipuri Students Federation MSF has asked the agencies concerned on the alleged supply of non-standard school equipment to Kairang Upper Primary School in Imphal East District. Speaking on the sidelines of conducting a surprise visit at the school as a part of its Aikoi Lairik Ningthina Tamsi campaign today, MSF Joint Secretary A. Jitain claimed that they found the Kairang Upper Primary School completely messed up in non-standard school equipment. He added that some of the school equipment were also found stored in a community hall. Questioning how the agencies and suppliers stocked the school equipment to a school which does not have even proper school building, the MSF secretary criticized the authorities of Education S for wasting school equipment despite many schools facing acute shortage of school equipment and infrastructure.
Hangjari lainga ki school singda awat panana thallaba table chauki wapa infrastructure mong main among ta de leiriba ato to pe school singda benches watpa ki problem yam am leiringai sarak asida akoina kamaina adugumba mafam dadi gomena pot sei watliba mayam se pibidre haraga ngasigi Kairang Upper Primary High School asidadi building bong sadingai da pot sei je mayam adugi mate gomengi high school amada laigada ba pot sei mayam asi pisalakpana maram oiraga ngasidi mafam asida taraga lemna mangaga leidorabra haiba wahang asi MSF na hangjari.
Peace and Integrity Committee, Kiamgai and all Kiamgai Punba Nupilov have warned of seeking legal help to take action against the irresponsible authorities if the road section connecting to Kiamgai Pal Ahanbi Bridge has not been repaired at the earliest. The development came after a person died in an accident occurred this morning at the location. Addressing a press meet held today at Pal Ahanbi, the committee convener, Chingakam Megachandra, noted that the adjoining area of the road portion that connects the elevated bridge has become prone to accident. He further lamented that one Robert Laitonjam, who works as the Deputy Secretary in the Manipur Legislative Assembly, passed away this morning in an accident occurred at the location. Megachandra went on to claim that Kairao MLA had approached the authorities to stop constructing the bridge at the time of its construction by highlighting the plan for constructing another bridge at the site as a part of the ring road project and in consideration of the threat posed by it to the commuters. He urged the government to immediately take up preventive measures to thwart a further occurrence of accident at the area.
Kongi asik wangkana maram goibaga maram orakan asik elevation sema kadadi akoi press ki sinau bine su ubire suroki pra media boxe asik bokta nung yore tikadar el balesor haibra mangoda su akoina hare mana masi magi proclaim torba tawfoga thana koilas wo leibase tawfoga mana asiki je kudukak tolaga asiki je accident to koi sangje asoi buti casualty je wangkhala le masidi ta akoi piki side ki yam thuna akoi FIR ba chalani aduna mari le naba masi concern engineer sing yam thuna action log drakati khata ba akoi ligen goi ba akoi tawrani ha phone thamrage aduga tikadar masamak koi black list thambi gadam ni bodi lai ba थोइबा अदे एक्सीडेंट थोइबा खोलिबा मयाम सिरिबा सिंजे मोइना दायित्व लौगदबनी कंसर्न डिपार्टमेंट लौगदबनी ठिकादार कंसर्न लौगदबनी.
Meanwhile, Manipur Legislative Assembly Secretariat Employees Welfare Association, in short, Mala Sewa, condoled the demise of the Deputy Secretary of Manipur Legislative Assembly Secretariat, Robert Laithonjama, today. The association held a condolence meeting at the chamber of the Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker and observed a 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul. The condolence meeting, chaired by Speaker Satyabrata, was also attended by MLAs Paungnam Brojan, Janghenlun Panmay, Asap Uddin, Sheikh Nurul Hassan, Manipur Legislative Assembly Secretary Rohit Sapam, Additional Secretary G. Tapan Kumar Sharma, Director Raju Yanglem, and executive members of Mala Seva. Now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Manipur's dengue situation showed conflicting figures on December 8, with hospital-based data confirming 4 positive cases, even as the state government reported none till the previous day. According to sources, 11 samples tested at RIMS yielded 3 positive cases, while GenIMS detected 1 positive case out of the 8 samples. However, official data issued by Government of Manipur stated that as of December 7, the state has reported 0 dengue cases with 8 samples tested, 5 samples tested in Imphal West, 1 each tested in Bishnupur and Thawal, all returning negative results. It may be mentioned that dengue is transmitted to humans through the bite of Aedes aegypti mosquito. These mosquitoes typically bite during the day, particularly around dawn and dusk. To lower the risks of getting dengue, it is important to protect from mosquito bites and prevent mosquito breeding by covering domestic water storage containers and by disposing solid waste properly. A focused tobacco enforcement drive was carried out on December 8 at Praja Higher Secondary School, Lamsang, by a joint team of Medical Department, Home Department and school authorities led by District Nodal Officer NTCP of District Tobacco Control Cell Imphal West with support from Lamsang Police ND School Principal. The team inspected shops around the school to enforce the ban on tobacco sale within 100 yards of the campus and marked the restricted zone with a yellow demarcation line. The operation aimed to curb illegal tobacco sales near the institution, raise awareness among shopkeepers and the community about legal restrictions, and reinforce that selling tobacco products within 100 yards of an educational institution is a punishable offence under Section 6B of Codpa 2003. Lamlai constituency MLA KH Bomcha visited at Sawongbong Relief Camp and expressed solidarity to the families of Sanathoy, who fatally knocked down by a van while she was returning home from school on December 5th. The MLA also extended financial assistance to the bereaved families as well. Speaking on the sidelines, Ibomcha informed that Sanathoy and her family was taking refuge at the Sawongbong Relief Camp after fleeing their home at Sanakaitel in Ukhrul district during the peak of the ongoing crisis. He expressed solidarity to the bereaved family and assured to extend possible help in the future.
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯐꯝ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ ꯃꯌꯨꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯤꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯁꯥꯝꯕꯟ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯂꯩꯇꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯟꯁꯨ ꯂꯪꯉꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯗ ꯆꯤꯡꯗ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯒꯥꯔꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯗꯨ ꯊꯣꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ ꯐꯨꯇꯦꯖꯇꯣ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯔꯣꯏ ꯃꯃꯥ ꯃꯄꯥꯗꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯍꯪꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯊꯤꯕ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯗ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯍꯥꯞꯄ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯕꯗ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯆꯪꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯟꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯤꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯁꯥꯝꯕꯟ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯩꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯄ කාꯟꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔ ꯑꯃꯅꯤꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯥꯡꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯅꯤ
Wangkai MLA Thangjam Arun Kumar calls for concerted efforts in conserving the traditions and rituals of Manipur. The MLA was speaking on the sideline of a reception program for Manipur State Kala Academy awardees, which was organized by APAC Film Production at Manipur Press Club today. Founder Chairperson of Manipur State Social Welfare Board, Dr. R.K. Nayan Sana, and Chairman of Film Forum Manipur, S. Mongoljao, along with presiding members, graced the function. Recipient of Award for Performing Art Music, Sagolsem Tijendra. Recipient of Award for Performing Art Thangta, Kundrapam Surchandra Mite. Award for Performing Art Theatre, Koirapam Vishwamitra. Young Talent Award Music, Widrom Pushparani. And recipient of Young Writer Award Literature, M.K. Saroj Khan, were felicitated during the program. Speaking further in the program, MLA Arun Kumar highlighted the significance of cultural heritage that were passed on by the ancestors. He asserted that the rich culture and traditions contribute to the identity of Manipur.
We legislative forms in the art forms in Kandi, culture, Sigi Tamgagadi, Akoyamaga, Chintanabagi Mota, Amaga, Yokanaraga, Amana Pira, Tabak Torkoda, Nanatori de Peko, Zan, Honda Bijam Peko, Maseko Lebamiam in Kogan, Sigumba encouraging Weber, Wahivata, Mayam Season Raga, Mokoi, Pansen, Pantok to the University, Bigamamuangi, Tomantonganba, Tada, Tabatobi, Singaina, Piltos in Bisi, Maroina, Pemete, Pete Pangal, Jimmy Kandama Kandit, Winamata, Akoipa, Punatambiramba, Adumba, General to modern culture, Aduma, Dining like show, Mayam Sekoi, Natana, Maroina, Hydra Filzida, Levi Housing, Nathan Tambirambagi, Kanai Padabulay, Adumasi, Nagam Makai, Ekoi Pitrivi Sida, Ekoi Sikana, no, Ekoi Sikaramajati, no, Hydrosi, Hydro forms in a Takadrini, Karigumba, Lighting like show sing, art and culture sing, Mang Kragadi, Manipur Haiba, the Mate Haiba, Mate Pangal Haiba, Chingmi Tami Haiba, Pudimaxe, Roina Mang, Kadona, Koi Punamuna, Kaminanaba, one of the Koipunato Danglomina.
Moirang MLA Thongam Shanti has inspected the ongoing construction of water supply schemes at Kwakta and INA Moirang and urged those responsible construction companies to speed up for early completion. The MLA inspected the construction of air-to settling tank, water reservoir, overhead tank, wall fencing, slow sand filter pump house and other units during his inspection visit. He also directed the construction company officials to ensure quality and to ensure drinking water to the residents of Kwakta, while also informing about the plan to extend similar facilities to residents of Tera Kungsangbi, Thronglaubi and other adjoining villages. Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution CAF and PD Department has called for an urgent inquiry into serious allegations of a known distribution of NAPSA and PMGKAY rice in Churchandpur district, despite official records indicating 100% lifting by several fair price shops. The directive was issued after BJP Manipur Pradesh spokesperson Michael Lamjatang Thado submitted a representation highlighting what he described as systematic denial of entitled food grains to beneficiaries in multiple villages. According to the complaint, many FPS in the district have reportedly completed all the paperwork and shown full lifting of government-supplied rice on record, yet numerous beneficiaries have claimed that they did not receive their monthly quota. The department noted that verifying this apparent mismatch between documented lifting and actual distribution is crucial to establishing the facts and determining accountability. Forwarding the representation to Deputy Commissioner, Director CAF and PD, K. Bono, instructed the DC to look into the matter without further delay and conduct a thorough examination of the issues raised. The department has requested a detailed, factual report at the earliest to facilitate appropriate action by higher authorities. Lamlai constituency MLA Khongban Tabam Ibomcha has asked all political parties to refrain from petty politics amidst the crisis and instead cultivate a culture of acknowledging and endorsing the good deeds of other political parties. He was speaking at the inauguration of Lamlai Fire Substation at Songbung Awang Lekai in Imphal East District. The function was also attended by Imphal East Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Lakpam and Manipur Fire Service Director L. Nabachandra. Speaking further, MLA Ibomcha highlighted that the general public and IDPs are enduring hardships amidst the ongoing crisis and aided doing a petty politics at this point of juncture will only hinder peace restoration process and developmental works. He also appealed to all communities not to speak ill anything about different communities. Meanwhile, the Manipur Fire Service Director Nabachandra stressed the collective responsibility of public and fire service in tackling inferno, stating that it can happen anywhere and anytime. He added that neighbors and locals should immediately join in the efforts to extinguish fire at the time of inferno instead of solely entrusting the firefighting tasks to fire service.
Fire service may support the organization was the young Maroi, organization life as come sound no responsibility no one to department. Adana Matangina in Hajaning with the Manipur Fire Service, me, Sanigo, 70, 80 Mutani, a way of place, all Manipur. Adana Yam Galati, Adana Kayota, Kayakuna, Theory, Yamai, CSMC, Asumati, Yamanaga, Adana Koya, me, Mangatradana, a awareness, delays, fire safety committee ceremony. Adugi Makukuna, a station in Ogani, Aduga Mayam, Puna Toroga, Miam Mating Pang. Aduna Prevedi, Fire Service Captainasu, a Miam Mating Pang, one day when I do it up Sava, main or the sub Sava infrastructure, they nothing. Aduna the Sumayam Mating Pang, Milkan, what I say comes again.
On the other hand, Imphal East Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Lakpam informed that 52 internally displaced families from Ngaikong have returned to their original homes under a permanent housing scheme as the first phase of resettlement. She further stated that efforts are on to subsequently relocate IDPs of Itham, Tumukong, Moirang Purel and Dolai Thabi to their original places. The Deputy Commissioner further sought the public cooperation in the resettlement of the IDPs.
Na hai sabadi yumsina kwaidagi nungai moina su kwaidagi changjaningi yumsida IDP changning batumaina government na su akoina district administration na su oida all level based ko akoi su kan honari mogi apamba do thungna bai ado akoina pangi base definitely moi maning thungam moi ai khanjai adubu akogi level based ni koina honajari se mayam na su koida sajok PCU district administration government na tawjari sta unnam tang peace poraga mayam se face by face samba ngamna base ai kona bada mayam mating thunijari.
Imphal Cycle Road Joint Development Committee ensured ISRJDC along with local stage protests against non-fulfillment of its long-pending demand to repair Imphal to Cycle Road. The committee convener Tonjam Samojit stated that following the meeting held on November 22nd at Pangai Yangdong Youth Development Association office, memorandum was submitted to the governor with reminders and final ultimatum sent. Failure to respond within the 15-day deadline, the committee resolved to launch the protest. Students of Downtown Mini Paradise School, Pari Imom Kwai Sindamsang, Royal Academy of Manipur, Little House, Kanan Devi School, Saraswati Institute of Medical Sciences, Bright Career Academy School, Kundrakpam Public School, Sainik View Hotel, R.K. Sanatombi Devi Vidyalaya, Gadwell School, Paramount English School, Success School and 100 Flower School, transport passenger services staff and locals took part in the protest. Later, a meeting was held at Pangai Yangdong Youth Development Association office. Co-convener Chingakam Ziko said the protest was held in a democratic manner, taking into consideration the press release issued by all Manipur recognized private school welfare association for the ongoing class 10 and 12 examinations. He cautioned that indefinite shutdown will be imposed from December 24th if the road has not been repaired by December 23rd and appealed to the locals to extend support in the shutdown.
Hokiba November Kage Tarik Kunitoida, Governor Amadi Dishida, ultimatum mama, Mayam Karamatunda Pisan Jabani, Numitra Mani Fawi Manunda, Imphal Cycle Bochi, upon Lambi Sembiona. At the Haiba, ultimatum Sigi, Numitra Mani Hela Pavada, government side Tagi, Amadi, Marilinava, concerned authority side Tagi, positive response to Latavana, when a Lagliva, Tarik Tarasigi, hotel shutdown, Hodagana, Shem Sabalos, Togzaramani Adubu, Hojuji, Satariba, class 10 Sumtiaki, pre-board exam Amadi, schools Zingi, Taunariba, Sahigi. Parikha jingji yenglaga akhona tawbigano haibagi paper da akhona thengnajabadagi makhoibu akhona ikai khumnajaba uchabaga amadi satragi khunai academic education jingda disturbance pidanabagi damakta hairiba akhoi bandu khantoksaraga lagliba December gi tarik 13 dagi di akhoi hiramam tada negotiation tawdana akhoi gi lambi Imphal Cycle Road si sembi daba taragadi hotel shutdown khojaragani haibo khamje akhona paliba legati kuning chingchindari.
Solemn wreath laying ceremony was held at Battalion Headquarters Modi on December 7 to honor rifleman late Rakesh Singh, who sacrificed his life during a counter-insurgency operation on December 7, 2001. Rifleman Singh, serving with Headquarters Company, was a part of the quick reaction team that came under heavy fire while acting on specific intelligence inputs about armed insurgents in a nearby village. Displaying exceptional bravery, he returned accurate fire to protect his comrades despite sustaining grievous injuries before ultimately succumbing to his wounds. Around 150 officials and troops attended the ceremony, laying wreaths and presenting the Guard of Honor as Assam Rifles paid tribute to his courage, dedication and supreme sacrifice, reaffirming its commitment to honoring the legacy of its fallen heroes. Community interaction was held at New Songjang village in Chandal district on December 6, where Kuki Civil Society Organization and local residents engaged with Assam Rifles led by DIG of Sector Assam Rifles Palel to discuss local security, development initiatives and welfare projects, reaffirming their shared commitment to peace and progress. Following the meeting, village authorities and school committee organized a student farewell program attended by DIG and Commandant, who encouraged the students and praised their dedication. A total of 85 participants, including students, teachers and CSO members, took part with village chiefs, expressing gratitude for Assam Rifles' continued support in youth engagement and community development. Both sides reiterated their resolve to work together for peace, harmony and growth in Chandal district. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center, Lamphal state's maximum temperature was recorded at 23 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 7 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 95% in the morning and 44% in the evening today. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. MLA Yumnam Khemchan visits Litan Relief Camp in Kamjong district. Here's grievances of internally displaced Kukizo people. DC Imphal East hands over November ration money to Sajiwar relief camp residents after allowance raised to 100 rupees daily. Kokomi convener Kuraiju Mathauba stresses need for comprehensive government policy to fully rehabilitate newly resettled displaced families. Additional Chief Secretary Transport Anurag Bajpai asserts efforts being made to restore state transport bus service in order to enhance connectivity within the state. Education S Director NG Vogendra highlights lack of effective communication between school teachers and parents leads to numerous mistakes in students' life. And Old Jiribam United Club Association Ajuka and Jiri Development Organization JDO urges Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla to expedite PMGSY Phase 3rd work in Jiribam district. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.